Hey there, my name is Chelsea Cat, and this is my introduction video. I didn't expect to make my video in the train, but I actually took multiple takes for this video, and the announcement was like interrupting me. And they were saying that this train is now stuck. I'm not sure why, but the train is no longer moving. I'm currently on my journey from Dublin to Sheffield, and that's so. I never thought that I'd be making an introduction video in the train. I actually wanted to make a video probably in a garden, in the park somewhere, but in the end, my life is not perfect. My life is not like picture perfect. Mostly it's like random, spontaneous events like this. My flight was delayed, therefore I missed my first train. Now that I waited to get my second train, and now my train is stuck. Fantastic, there's like, videos like this fits me perfectly, really. It was just a wake-up call. It's like, I am just not a person that has like perfect setup. It's best that I just like film on the spot. It's like, if I think of something, I'll just film it. It's like, even if the video is bad, I was like, I apologize. This is just my introduction video. We'll just make it simple, yeah. So my name is Chelsea Cat. I'm 27, and I'm born in Malaysia. I spent like my first 25 years in Malaysia, and then after that, once I was done with my degree in mechatronics, I was able to find my first job as an automation engineer. And I think when I believe I worked for 1 year, right? It's like, after working for 1 year, I realized that I have the chance to actually just to move out of the country to study my master's in AI. I just picked AI. It was just a random choice. I would say random. I think it was a relatively smart choice. Just like I just picked like an important subject, the very, very relevant to the world there is today. Who knew that AI could get so big? And after I did my master in AI, I did it in the UK. I studied for 1 year, and I was able to find, believe it or not, I found the same job, back to automation engineering. Just like, who knew that the company I work for just decided to expand it all the way to Ireland? It's like same company, same Malaysian company, expanded all the way to Ireland. Is what it is. I gave my CV. They accepted me back to work straight away. Just like, wear the same outfit. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm grateful that I could find a job. That's like, if you're aware of like life in UK, it is very difficult to get a job in general, and I'm just grateful that I could find one so easily like that. What else? My hobbies. I have a lot of hobbies, but I believe mainly I'm a gamer. I play a lot of games, and I just play a lot of games. Just like from young all the way to adult now. I won't say this like I'm not like my channel is definitely not. It's not going to be about video games. It'll be a lot of the videos will be about gaming, but that's not what this channel is really about. And what else? I'm not an artist, but that's like, I spend a lot of part of my life where I'm drawing a lot, line art. That's because I like animes. I like anime, the games, manga, all these Japanese cartoons, the Japanese culture. So that's like, I've always been drawing line art. I don't really have a lot of photos to show. Maybe, I'm not sure how. I might show them in some days, but just like, I always like drawing art. And in terms of sports, I did a lot of sports. My family tried to push me to do a lot of sports. Just like, whether it's badminton, swimming, golf, and whatnot. Surprisingly, I can ride horses, and I did archery. But in the end, I think my favorite sport out of it is bouldering. I really like bouldering. That's like, for some reason, it just hits the right spot in my brain where me climb higher. That's like me go from one rock to the other rock to the other rock. That's like, for some reason, it feels nice. It's probably my favorite sport there. And of course, it's like, I do cycle a lot, but it is more like out of necessity. I cycle a lot to work. It's not really a hobby. I just need to do it. I don't really have a choice. So, Ireland is just a country where people just cycles a lot anyways. So what else? I don't have a lot of musical talents, and I'm not exactly a music guy either, but personally I would really like to get into drumming. That's like, of course, it's due to games as usual. I always play a lot of music rhythm games, and I realized that I really like the rhythm aspect, and naturally that led me to want to be a drummer. I'm not exactly want to be a drummer, but I really, if I were to choose an instrument, I'll probably go into that. And I think that's it. That's probably my main hobbies. Anything else is probably just like random stuff that I just decided to start, to try, to dabble into it. Rabbit hole that I decided to crawl into it. My life has always been like spontaneous, and to be fair, right now the world we live right now is also like that. Where YouTube is constantly like shooting up a lot of videos, giving you a lot of reasons why you should care about things. It's YouTube is such a the world right now is like pushing in a direction that I'm not really happy with, and part of it is one of the reasons why I wanted to make the video is because I wanted to make a video where to show this, like, what the life of a more of a normal person, that's like where I just talk about like normal things. I don't want to drive like drama. I don't want to drive like all sorts of contents in your face. That's like, I'm not going to make a lot of video essays. There's some I might talk about some topics that I personally really liked, but I believe that my channel, Trust You Cat, this channel is mostly just about like my experiences and the things that I like, and I want to share them I want to try to share them in a natural way, where I believe that if you can learn about me, if you can learn who I am based on the videos that I make, I think that's perfect. And I think that's probably the kind of channel I want to make. It's like, I don't want to I thought about it, and I was just like, do I want to become like a person who talks about engineering? Do I want to talk about games? Just like, I thought about it. I really thought about it, but I realized it's like, no, definitely not. I think that's like, I'll just talk whatever I want. Whenever I think of something, I'll just like this. I'll just set up a tripod and just start filming straight away. That's like, it suits me more. So yeah, that's like, hey, we're approaching the 10-minute mark, and I think my videos has already started improving. I bought this tripod because apparently not only do I lost like the parts that's supposed to clamp the phone, but this I actually just it's not that I forgot. Apparently I just lost it, so I had to buy a new one. I had to buy a whole new tripod. It's a cheap one, but tripod nowadays they just come with this thing. So that's like, in a few more seconds you just see me press this, and if I press it, it will just stop the video. And this has basically allowed me to just to cut off the parts where I awkwardly just walk into the video camera. That's like, my first videos, I was like standing in 3 different locations, because the thing is, I don't know where I should be standing. So it's like, I was standing differently. The first video is like, I love looking back at the first video. A lot of things to learn from it. So yeah, that's like 10 minutes. So bye.